What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of my Slayer Pure series. This week is going to be kind of short and sweet because honestly I didn't really do very much aside from train strength Slayer and get my farming level up to farm some herbs for some extra cash. So I guess let's get right into it. Last week I told you guys that I will be screenshotting all of the loot from each level I get from level 65 all the way to level 99 Slayer and showing them to you guys so you can see how much I'm making per level. I'm not doing the profit per level because that would just be entirely too hard keeping track of every stat, but I will do the gross income that I make. So I'll have a screenshot each level of the loot from that level and I'll go through it and talk about it. So let's get going with that. So here is my loot from level 65 to level 67 Slayer. Now, I know I was supposed to be doing this every level, but honestly I hit 65 Slayer and blew through it so fast and just started right on my way from 66 to 67 that I just totally forgot to take a picture of the loot from 65 to 66. So here is 65 to 67. Now, obviously it's not much. My Slayer level is not very high, so I'm not getting really good tasks. About half of this loot is from the 131 blue dragon tasks that I did, and I got the hides and the bones in there, as well as, you know, some of the other stuff that's in there. Obviously it all does add up over time, but this is from 2 levels, so I guess the average loot here from each level is somewhere around 525k or so, which not very good. And then here we have the loot from level 67 to 68 Slayer, which I did remember to take the screenshot at the end of the level. And here, if we go off the average of the last 2 levels, which is about 525k again, I'm up to 774k for this one, and I did get a Blue Dragon's task here again, which is still the majority of the loot, but it does help out a ton, so that's why I do the tasks. But I do expect it, obviously, to keep going up as my levels start to get higher. Higher level, better monsters. I'm close to 70, so Kurosks will be coming in soon, so that will add a very good chunk to my loot pictures from each level. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into my bank for this week. So the cash pile is up quite a bit, and how I've been getting some extra cash, I've actually been doing some herb farming. I'm also in the process of getting up to 55 farming for using the alternate account here for raids, so I can grow all of the herbs while the rest of the team is running through the raid killing all the bosses. So getting close to that, and I've farmed a lot of toad flax this past week, which gave me quite a bit of cash up there. Rest of the bank, nothing has really changed. You know, my supply and gear tab is still pretty much identical as to what it was in the last episode. I do have a leaf bladed sword in here for some Turoth tasks still, and I've been getting quite a few blue dragon tasks from Chaldar, so that leaf bladed sword does give strength XP for the stab method, which is pretty good on any dragon. So even when I do maybe get some future iron and bronze dragon tasks, I'll still be able to do some decent damage to him with that sword on the stab mode, because it does have pretty good bonuses. Into the runes tabs, had a couple blood velds tasks, so I'm stocking up on the blood runes there, and I will keep those for a later date when I start to get some higher magic levels, because that'll be some good magic XP depending on a task that I can use them on. Nature runes, pick those up from everything. High alks are going to be one of my very best friends in future episodes. And here's the current loot tab. I'm not too far into the next Slayer level, but I actually did decide that just for kicks and giggles, because I have the herb sack, I'm going to go ahead and save all of the Guam, Terramin, Marintil, and Hairlander herbs all the way to 99 Slayer. Why? I don't know. I feel like it would be something cool to do. So because I have the herb sack, it'll be easy to keep all of those. So I'm going to go ahead and keep picking those up, and by 99 Slayer, we'll see what the stacks look like. Rest of the bank, same old thing, just my 3, 2, and 1 dose potions down here is a junk tab, clue tab, and the firelighter tab. Forgot that was there. Alright, so you might have been asking yourself, well, what are you going to do with all that cash you've made from farming? Well, this right here is what I decided to do first. I bought the Zamorak page 1, 2, 3, and 4 to fill up the Zamorak book. I have been using the Guthix book, which is the Book of Balance, which gives the typical +5 to prayer and +4 to all attack stats. But the Zamorak book gives +8 to all attack stats as well as that +5 prayer bonus. Now, having 20 defense on this account, I do have the ability to obtain and use a Mithril Defender, which I probably will do eventually for some tasks, maybe tasks that are easier that I don't have to pray on with 20 defense. But for the prayer tasks, I am choosing to go with the Zamorak book because of that +5 prayer bonus. The +5 prayer bonus really does help in sustaining some prayer, which the Mithril Defender obviously doesn't have. So I really think having these Zamorak pages and the Zamorak book is really going to benefit the account in the long run because of the prayer points I'll save over time, getting all the way up to 99 Slayer. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into my stats for this week. Before we get into the typical strength, hit points, and Slayer stats, we'll go ahead and cover some other stuff that I've been floating around doing. As far as I was talking about the Toadflax earlier and the farming level, last week I was only level 20 farming, and now I am up to level 52, and I am only 3 levels away from my goal level, which is 55 for the raids. After I hit 55, I'll most likely only be doing herb runs because additional farming levels aren't really beneficial for this account. As far as other stats, I did have to get level 40 thieving for the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest, which I did finish. I had to finish that quest for a clue scroll, which I had to talk to the Fairy Queen, and come to find out, after I talked to her, the very next step required me to wear an adamant square shield, which I could not do. So I went to all the trouble to do that quest for nothing because I had to drop the clue. But other than that, as far as the more important stats this week, I am up to level 72 hit points from level 68. I actually have gotten quite a bit of strength XP since the last episode. I'm up to level 82 from level 77 strength last week. And for the Slayer level, I am up 5 levels from level 63 all the way to level 68. But alright guys, that is going to do it. That is going to wrap up this week's episode. I've taken you through the bank and some other stuff that I've done, as well as my stat increases for the week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know this episode wasn't as long as some of you would like it to be. Hopefully within the next coming weeks the episodes will be longer, as I will have more to talk about and a little bit more to show you guys. Like I've said before, I don't have a ton of time to work on this specific account, but I am doing as much as I possibly can so I can show you guys what I'm going through and how I'm doing it. But as usual, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have a question or comment, please leave it down below. I will try to get to every single one that I possibly can. If you haven't done so yet, please tap that subscribe button on your way out. They really mean a lot to me. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.